Hi, I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures, where I'll be talking and reviewing action figures from different manufacturers. Today we're going to be having a look at some more G.I. Joe Classified Series figures. This is going to be the review for Cobra Dreadnok Ripper, who is number 102 in the Classified Series. As we can see, these are the boxes that I really don't like at all, and have this horrible packaging, of course, which we're going to have a look at it quickly, because it's not going to go too long on this. So there we are, we're going to skip on this horrible box, and we're going to dive into the review of this figure, the history, what do I think about it, and do I think that it is worth something as a collectible item. So diving into the history, as you can see, I've already put up my mint in box figures that I have from my private collection. Of course, this is the Japanese version of him, and this is the US release of him. As you can see, the figure comes with mostly the same gear as you can see on the picture. You have the jaws of life, you have the mechanism for it to work, the engine behind, you have his typical gun, with this kind of huge thing there on it, the blade. The other stuff who is also very funny about these figures, because I'll be doing buzzer in my next video, is that these are the only figures, except for later on, that are not US citizens. Most of the G.I. Joe, of course, later on, yes, but for Cobra, except maybe Destro, these are all coming from other places. So this guy was born in Grim Cape, Tasmania. So as you can see, there's also something who's maybe very funny. This figure is from 1985, okay? Now, 1985 saw another added joint neck that these guys don't have. So I'm really wondering if Hasbro didn't want to come out in 1984 with the Dreadnoks, because all the three Dreadnoks that came out in 1985 had no neck joint balls. So that means they must have been planned for the other wave of 1984. Now, of course, the fact that this doesn't have a blister, let's see what do we get in this box. So, of course, we get the figure, we get his jaws of life, we get his rifle, who has a removable clip. We have, of course, pistol, knife, and, of course, his iconic sunglasses. So let's have a closer look at this guy here. As you can see, Hasbro did improve and started putting a lot more tattoos on him. He has a little tear. There's a lot of detail going around on it. He has like a razor blade over here, if you can see there, as an earring. I mean, the figure looks pretty decent and does have a lot of vibe going into the one that they originally came out with. As you can see, he's got a lot of tattoos. I would have thought that it would be funny for him to have a tattoo of the Tasmanian devil. Maybe there's some copyright issues around there. So yeah, as you can see, the figure itself is very interesting. Now, the jaws of life changed a bit compared to the original one. He does not have a backpack where it's plugged in. Everything is built into one. You have the jaw of life, and then you have the engine part, who's right behind. As you can see, you can open it. There's a lot of movable pieces on it, and the upgrade is a nice take. Now, the rifle, as you can see, does have a lot of similarities. But as you can see, the rifle has a lot of similarities. Does have it. Now, my biggest issue with this rifle is the ammo clip, because you can put it in, but it doesn't hold very well. So this, you may want to secure it, because if you don't, you're going to be losing this one. So you can try to turn it in any which way. You put it down, it has a tendency of dropping out. Then we're going to go on to this kind of pistol. Sorry about that, try to see, okay. Pistol and his knife, really nice details, a lot of stuff going back to the original figure. So now, do I believe that this figure is a collectible item? Should you wait for it to come in the retro line? Maybe you should. due to the fact that this figure has no figure stand and the fact that it hasn't been released, I think you could generally say, well, if you missed it, because this guy is sold out, and I guess finding him for $24.99, who was the suggested retail price, and $29.99 in Europe, is going to be even harder due to the fact that this guy is now sold out. So I guess this will make it a lot harder for you to be able to get this guy if you want to have him. Now, of course, the retro line hasn't been announced, but we all know that Hasbro is going to really come out and make the retro line. As you can see, he looks pretty awesome with it. Sorry. Okay, there we are. Have a little problem with the zoom. Okay, so here you can see with the glasses fit perfectly on his head. Really looks decent with all of that in. So, as I was saying, the figure himself, I would say wait for it. There's not that much gear that you will not be able to put on. So if you missed it and you don't want to pay it on the secondary market at a high price, just wait for it to come out in the regular line, as in the retro line, I mean. So you can just pick it up when he comes out. So then that's what I would say. Now, regarding the collectible value of this figure, as I was saying, I guess you can have a certain, it has been going up, but again, as soon as the retro line figure is going to be coming out, I guess the demand for this version of it is going to really fall out of grace in the collector's item. So, now what do I think about it? What are my final thoughts about it? Well, I like the figure. He does remind me a lot the one I played with when I was a kid. There's a few different paint schemes differences. The figure himself looks great. I like the fact that you can remove the glasses. Glasses hold a lot better. That should be spoiler alert for the next review that's coming up. We'll be talking about it, but I think the figure looks pretty good. Of course, I do not like the boxing, so of course I'm going to penalize that, and I'm going to give this figure an 8 out of 10. So that's it for the review of my Dreadnok Ripper from the G.I. Joe Classified line. If you like the review, please leave a like, share, comment in the section. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comment section. You can go and check out some pictures of this guy on my Facebook page, Instagram page, where I have some of these pictures up of this guy hanging out with the Dreadnoks, so you can go and check it out there. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!